Howdy folks, hope you're having a good one. Welcome back to STARCOM Unknown Space, where, after upgunning the ship and finally being able to equip Mark II plasma turrets, okay, only one, but it's a lot better than the Mark Is that the ship was already armed with, we're back to... Oh! No! Oh, I'm going to have to be careful here. So, yeah, the short version, we're back to try our luck against this enemy station in this unexplored system. Because, one, it's an enemy station in an unexplored system, but two, I really want beam lasers. And this thing has beam lasers. The problem is this thing has beam lasers. The good news is that, as well as fitting the ship out with a Mark II plasma turret, I've also upgraded the range and rate of fire. So I think, and there might be like 1 pixel worth of wiggle room in it, but I think I just have enough range on the plasmas to sit exactly where I am and not get hit by this thing's beam laser weapons. The station extremity that I'm sure they got the beam lasers again. And I back up. The station extremity that I'm firing at right now just tried to launch a missile at me, so I know that's where the station's missile launchers are. And you can target individual sections and disable individual components like missile launchers, beam lasers, engines, all that sort of thing. The thing is, every time you come across a new design of enemy, you don't really know where all those specific parts are unless you're paying attention, and they try to use them against you. Now here's the thing, because it really does seem as if I have 1 pixel's worth of wiggle room here between being able to hit that thing with the plasma turrets and it not being able to fire back. I mean, I'm definitely out range of its plasma guns, but I'm just about 1, maybe 2 pixels out of range of the beam laser. Maybe. Or it could just be that it has a really slow recharge. I don't know. But at this extreme limits of the range of my plasma guns, not all of them are hitting. Despite the increased rate of fire, the increased power with the addition of the Mark II turrets, here come the missiles, and the increased accuracy from the other plasma weapon upgrades that I've researched, we're still just barely scratching the extreme outer edges of the structure of this station. I wonder if it might be a good idea just getting closer so that more of these plasma bolts are actually hitting. Bait out the beam laser and then instantly target wherever the beams are being fired from. That would probably be a better idea. But, I mean, those beam lasers really hurt. You know what? I'm just going to play it safe. And so, about 30 seconds later, gotcha, bitch. Do I get any beam laser salvage? There's something there. No! Oh. Anyway, let's see what was so important about this planet that thing was guarding. Because that is easily the most dangerous space station I've encountered so far. Oh, 24 silver and 6 platinum. And another pyramid. More Fallen Empire relics that we can investigate. So I can have either the observation or engineering officer lead a search, and Ensign Gleese, the engineering officer, has much better modifier and a roll of 97. Awesome. What's this? The Nimian. Who the hell are the Nimians? Locoan space is nearby, but they would surely sell us out, turn us into slaves. So deep in the void we must go, but our time will come again. Alright. Team conducts a methodical search of the pyramid. We find silver and yttrium. This is really good. And there's more. Oh, something we can't remove. A COM port leading from the structure to the outside. A communications lattice. 25 research points. Some kind of antenna designed for receiving long-range transmissions. Let's check out the second. Oh, that's a CXTA transport ship. Only 3 planets in this system. I mean, there's an unexplored system next door as well, so plenty to see, plenty to do. Nothing on this one. Okay. Well, there's another unexplored system, like right next door to the one that we're in. And with the speed upgrades that I've applied to the ship, we can be there in no time. We've already scanned this ice world. It was the only planet in this system I could actually get a scan off of while that station was up in orbit. Not so much because of the station itself, it couldn't reach me from there, but there were all kinds of enemy ships that kept warping in to come to the station's defence. Oh yeah, the Brogidar. I've got a Brogidar cache to investigate, haven't I? And there's another yellow star there that we were able to resolve on the sensors. It's bound to have investigatable planets orbiting it. I just need to get close enough to pick them up with the sensors. So, what do we have here in a small ice world? Oh, and there's something here as well. What do we have? Uranium. And 20 research points. Uranium ore from meteorites deposited on the planet's surface. We're able to detect it because the small amount of heat it generated produced an unusual melting pattern in the nitrogen. Oh. Science, bitches! Oh, hang on. Elite ships. But they're just scouts, I can take them out. Wait, something else just walked in. Okay, so this system's hostile. But I could handle elite scouts easily before I upgraded the ship's guns. I can definitely do it now. Oh, that's a Brogidar ship. They're still demanding protection money. They just won't take the hint, will they? Well, Mark II plasma now, bitches. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. Oh, I just picked up something. Tractor beams hauled in devout cruiser databank from the wreckage of one of those elite scouts. Okay, quick look around. No further enemy ships. Well, no further enemy ships in system that I can detect. So it's just me and this Brogidar. Alright, we're going to take him apart piece by piece. The Brogidar appear to trade in gold, which is why they're demanding gold as protection money. And when you blow their ships up, you do tend to get a lot of gold to salvage. Which is awesome, because guess what I need gold for? Mark II engines. Better off in my pocket than theirs after all. Again, if you look at the Brogidar ship, I was talking earlier about taking down specific sections of the station's components. You can see that I've actually blown chunks off this Brogidar ship. So some of their broadside fixed guns can no longer fire at me because I've shot them off. Although some of them obviously can. Alright, this is where I'm starting to run into trouble, and it's not so much from taking damage as running out of energy. Because my big advantage against the Brogidar is my speed. Their ships are very, very slow. The problem, of course, is that with the weapons that I have, I don't really have enough reactors to supply continuous power to them while at the same time using my speed boost. And my speed boost is my big advantage over the Brogidar, so I am kind of using it, probably more than I should. And that is causing my energy cells to drain. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's fine. That Brogidar cruiser is in serious trouble. Also, you notice that the big fixed guns fire the big shots. They literally are space pirates, aren't they? Because their big guns only fire from the broadside. They accost ships in open water and demand all of their gold, and they bury treasure. All of these Brogidar caches that I'm finding, I might, in fact, once I've taken this guy out, find another, or the location of another one from him. But they're all basically buried pirate treasure. They literally are space pirates. I'll say this for the ships though, they are tough. Oh, I took a direct hit there. Actually, you know, with the Explorer hull upgrades, a single direct hit, even from a Brogidar fixed gun, isn't catastrophic anymore. As long as I stay in front of them, we can't fire those big guns at me. which is why... too late. He tried to turn to get some shots off, but he was done. Did I get anything nice? Gold, another Brogidar chest, which is going to give me the location of yet more buried space pirate treasure. Oh, and I got that Devout Cruiser databank as well. So what's this? Wow, that's a lot of research points. Oh, some kind of lost vessel. Alright. The Brogidar chest. Yep, again, another planetary survey log. More buried pirate gold. Fantastic. Alright. Well, there wasn't that much of a threat in this system. A couple of elite scouts. And then the Brogidar pirates turned up. So we'll go ahead and scan this system. What do we have here? Once home to an agrarian society that went extinct. An abandoned archaeological site of a much more advanced civilization. The academics of the Fallen Empire had some very sophisticated cultural analysis tools. They learned a lot more from this site than I could have. But we did get 75 research points out of it. And of course, every time you do a survey, you get a point of crew XP. So even if you don't get anything from the survey, they're always worth doing. Anything here? Yep. Get that survey team away. Ah, a large fragment of a devout ship. And some perks notes it's in surprisingly good shape, if it impacted from orbit. So there's an intact device. I can break it up for resources or examine it. I'm going to regret this, but I might not regret it, because I really do need chirolite for more Mark II plasma guns. I guess I'll never know what research I could have gotten out of it. But anyway, oh, there's more on this. But this is a good system. Another planet recovering from the Empire's collapse. They've sent some representatives to say hello, but there doesn't appear to be an awful lot going on. Nothing happening. Oh. Well, like I said, it's an XP point for the crew. Right, anything on this desert world? No. And that's this system. Fully explored. We now have 2 Brogidar caches to investigate. I want to check out this system in the middle of nowhere, this yellow star, because it's relatively close. It ain't going to take me too long to get there. We're heading in the same direction as the Brogidar treasure planets anyway, and I suspect... Hang on a second, let me just check my mission logs. Where are we? So, yeah, the Starlands... yeah, we have no leads on that. We've got 2 Brogidar treasures, a colony that's been exploited by a group called the Lakoan. We had some mention of the Lakoans in that Fallen Empire pyramid. They mentioned another race called the Nimians as well. I don't think I've ever come across those before either. But I'm reasonably confident... Whoa, derelict vessel detected. Where? A cruiser derelict. Alright. Yeah, I'm reasonably confident that this yellow star system is going to have some kind of transportation thing. Whether that's a flinger or a wormhole. What's this? Captain's log. Hired by a group of academics fleeing the Devout. Almost returned their money when I saw the ship they'd bought. Imperial Protector. Something about needing copper. The biomed officer reckons that the bluish dust around the captain's chair is probably dried blood. 55 copper and 5 uranium. Analysis shows that the Emir have a blood rich in hemocyanin. This probably explains why they use copper as their currency, because their blood is so rich in it. I don't know why that explains why they would use copper as a currency, but it's obviously valuable to them. But anyway, that's a lot of copper. Now, I'm reasonably confident there's going to be some kind of transportation link in this unexplored system, because there's another system further to the kind of southwest. Oh, hello. That has a flinger pointing in this direction. An enforcer. A collector. These are alien ships of a race that I haven't come across before, and they're not shooting at me, which is always good news. Let's search these ruins. 91 is a good roll. 15 research points. This planet had several different species living on it with different habitats, modifications by dwelling. Who are these guys? Enforcers, collectors. I mean, they're neutral, which is always a good sign. Let's see if we can open communications with them, find out who the hell they are. Just need to get close enough. Here we go. Lakoans! Huh. Do you come as servant, Same or suzerain to the Lacoan? I don't want to push my luck. We are your humble servants. Then our command is that you provide us with 20 units of titanium as tribute. Shit. Okay. Well, that didn't piss them off. They're still not hostile, so let's see what we can gain from that. There was another planet we encountered where they were basically being crippled by tribute, that they were being forced to pay these guys, but I don't really want to bring that up just now. Unfortunately, having identified myself to them as their inferiors, they are proving to be reluctant in taking me seriously and answering my questions. I might have made the wrong choice there. But at the end of the day, they're not shooting at me, so it might not have been the best choice, but I don't think I could really say it was the wrong choice. I need to find out more about them before I confront them about the race that they're choking with excessive tribute demands. What's this? 19 titanium. Bargain. They seem to be... Ah, there is a flinger. I knew there was going to be some kind of transport link here. Yeah, there is a flinger. They don't seem to mind me doing surveys of these planets. They're just quite happy to let me, you know, go about my business. There's nothing on this one. Right, so that flinger is going to lead me to a system that I have been in before, but I never explored where the flingers in the system were going to. I can't remember why not. Oh, there's another nebula down to the sort of galactic southwest with an orange star in there that I hadn't detected before. So why would I not have explored this system? There must have been hostile ships here before, because, I mean, I've activated the wormhole gateway. I have scanned the planets. Oh wait, was I here and then an emissary turned up and I took the emissary point portal that it generated? Which is why I never... Yeah, this planet's condition hasn't improved since our last visit. I have been here before. There's something that still needs doing on that planet, but whatever it is, I haven't met the conditions for it yet. I'd like to investigate that red star and that nebula, because there's probably other stars hidden away in there that I can't see from here. But, I mean, there's this flinger that I also haven't investigated, and this is heading in the rough direction. Yeah, there's a yellow star over there, and it's heading in the same direction as the two Brogidar treasure planets. So, eyes on the scanner, no hostile ships yet. Oh, had a minor seizure there. Enemy ships warping. No, it's more of these guys, the Lacoans. Sorry, didn't mean to bother you. I was trying to survey the planet. You just got a bit too close. They've got this really weird... oh, hang on. What's this? Communications tower. Some unnatural mineral traces. Survey incomplete. Again, there's something going on down here that I just haven't satisfied the requirements to figure out what it is. Whether that's some tech I haven't researched yet, something else that I haven't yet discovered on another planet that's going to provide some sort of clue of what I can do to unlock whatever secrets that first planet contains. What's going on here? Ruins? 25 research points. This world seems to have avoided the conflict that impacted other planets in this region. Whoever ended this civilization, it wasn't a military attack. Yeah, there's a lot of ruined civilizations on these worlds in this Lacoan space, isn't there? What's this? Given the quantity of the nanite dust in these fallen cities, I wonder if these swarms self-assemble to whatever purpose the inhabitants needed. It would explain the minimalist interior aesthetics. Yeah, because the ruins are largely undamaged, and yet there's nothing inside them. 71 aluminium. That's a lot of aluminium. I mean, I don't really need aluminium, but that's a lot of aluminium. I wonder if we're looking at nanotechnology going out of control here. The old grey goo hypothesis. Yeah. Some unnatural mineral traces. Again, whatever's going on this planet, I can't figure it out yet. We'll keep exploring. I have no doubt that at some point I'll figure it out. What's going on here? Small rocky world. Yep. There's a lot to see and do on these planets. Numerous high density deposits of platinum. Several drilling attempts come up dry. Someone seeded the surface with this material that mimics platinum. I'd wager it's part of a mining fraud. That's one thing this universe has in common with ours. 15 research points. Right, that will explain the anomalous mineral survey results. One other planet in this system to check out, and I would not be at all surprised if I discovered another ruined civilization. Haven't found... Oops, sorry. Please don't take that the wrong way. Okay, they're not going to start shooting. But yeah, lots and lots of ruined civilizations. No Lakoan cities or settlements, and yet the Lakoan are crawling all over these systems in their ships. But they're not on any of the planets. Someone went at great lengths to conceal this vessel, using thrusters to melt through soft igneous rock until only the upper deck protruded. The gouge marks here have a deliberateness to them. Perhaps writing? Yeah, it is language. But it's different from the rest of the ship's controls. Deliver the tribute when something. I'd rather die buried with it than give another ingot something. Which would suggest that there was something valuable in the wreckage of that ship. And yet, nothing. Well, I'm going to be coming back here at some point, once I know more. This flinger, however, does appear to point straight towards the closest Brogidar treasure planet. And no hostile ships on sensors. I mean, there are ships on sensors, but they're not hostile. There's going to be more of these Lakoans, isn't it? I wonder if I'm actually going to come across a Lakoan colony at some point. Because I've surveyed plenty of planets that they could be living on. They've got ships in orbit around them, but not a single Lakoan settlement. What is their deal? The atmosphere of this planet has some unusual dimethyl compounds we've never seen before. Definitely want to double check the seals on our environmental suits before landing. 40 research points. Okay. This thick yellow fog looks really nasty. Ensign Ray, the ship's surgeon, reckons it's a bioweapon. Oh look, surprise, surprise, another ruined civilization. Well, there might be some valuable resources lowered in the towers, but it's going to be risky. I don't have a positive or negative modifier here. Oh, I got a good roll, 97. 1 neutronium, totally worth the risk. Oh, we can keep going. This is risky, but neutronium. That was a decent roll. Iridium, but Ensign Gleese has been injured. Okay. Oh, and we can keep going. I probably shouldn't do this. Oh, that's going to be bad. Oh, yeah, that's really bad. That was not worth the 49 aluminium. So the crew will recover. That's like half the bridge crew seriously injured. But until they get back up to full health, any skills that I'm depending on them for will be at reduced effectiveness. So that was kind of like really bad. Anything here? Yeah. Let me see if I can guess. Another ruined civilization. Oh yeah, this is the Brogidar buried treasure. What do we got? Golden neutronium. The chest surface has been mottled with a pattern that made it nearly invisible to ground penetrating scanners. 25 research points, as well as the gold and the neutronium. Based on what we've seen of the Brogidar, I wouldn't be surprised if they steal from each other as much as they extort from their victims. These hidden caches are probably the equivalent of their banking system. Right. Well, we've got an hang on, what's this? Is no one else going to comment on the fact that we met space pirates who actually bury treasure? Yeah, exactly. Called it. Okay, we have another Brogidar treasure system, just like one system over. But there's a whole bunch of unexplored planets in another system right next door, so I'm going to check those out. Shouldn't take too long to get there with my upgraded engines. I'm not going as quickly as I could be in like deep space because of the void effect drag that I'm getting from this nebula, but it's still pretty quick. And I don't think anybody's shot at me since the very beginning of the video. Admittedly, I fired on the Brogidar first, but they were asking for it. More Lacoans. At some point, you'd think I would find the Lacoan homeworld. Nothing here on this rocky world. Oh, there's a base. Okay, I think we finally... Yeah. I think we have finally discovered a Lacoan planet. Oh, there's nothing on this planet. You would have thought there was a station in orbit. Or maybe it's this one. Because there's definitely civilization here. Chemistry of this planet is compatible with the observed Lacoan biology. Whether there's anything else to learn on the surface is irrelevant since they won't let us land. Yeah, I guess introducing myself to them as their inferiors probably wasn't the best idea. Although, you know, it did get me not shot at, so I'll take it. I still need to figure out what's going on with the planet that they're demanding tribute from, because it's basically crippled that planet's entire economy. I'd like to resolve that without getting into a shooting war. We shall see. Another blue star detected further into the nebula. I'll go and check that out. And sort of to the galactic south of where we are, there is another Brogidar treasure planet. And of course, even though I'm right out in the middle of the boondocks at the moment, I did just detect and activate a wormhole, so it's going to be relatively easy to get back to Solano Station. There we go, close enough to resolve planets in this system now. Oh, it's not a blue star, it's a white star. Well, whatever. Ah, enemy ship. What kind of enemy ship? Oh, Brogidar. Just the one? I can take just the one. Wouldn't be too confident about getting into a fight with more than one though, upgraded plasma guns or not. In fact, you know what, let's try to get some scans and surveys away before he gets close enough to interfere. So there's nothing on that one. Let's check these two out. Good thing about this is that they are slow. Well, there's nothing on that one either. Oh, there's a flinger up there. It's not heading the way I want to go. Oh, here he is. Really? You guys just don't take the hint, do you? You know, with regards to the Brogidar here, they do kind of remind me of the Hunter in this joke I heard years ago. So the joke goes like this. Hunter goes off into the woods, stops at a hunting shop before heading out to stock up on supplies. So, you know, rifle ammunition, that sort of thing. And then off he goes out into the woods looking for big game. And while he's out there, he spots this grizzly bear. It's the biggest grizzly bear he's ever seen. But the bear hasn't seen him or smelled him. So he lines up the shot, thinks, I'm going to make a carpet out of your ass, Mr. Grizzly Bear. Pulls the trigger, boom. When the smoke's cleared, no sign of the bear. He feels this tap on his shoulder, turns around, the grizzly bear's right behind him. Grizzly bear says, looks like you had your chance but you blew it, so I'm going to give you a choice. Either I kill you and eat you now, or you turn around, bend over, drop your trousers, grab your ankles, and I give you the rogering you so richly deserve. The hunter thinks, well, I'd rather not get killed and eaten by a grizzly bear, so he turns around, drops his trousers, bends over. Has several extremely uncomfortable minutes at the hand of this grizzly bear, and then limps back to the hunting supply shop. And he says, right, I need a bigger gun. Store owner says, you're in luck, I've got this 50 cal bolt action. He says, yeah, that'll do. So he buys some 50 BMG, he buys the rifle, he heads back out into the woods. He's looking for this bear, he's going to get his revenge. He soon picks up the bear's trail, and then he spots the bear in a clearing. He thinks, I've got you this time. Lines up the shot, pulls the trigger, smoke clears, no sign of the bear. Here's this familiar tap on his shoulder. Bear says, you know the drill. The hunter nods. Oh crap, there's another Brogidar ship turned up. Well anyway, we'll carry on with the joke. The hunter nods, because again, you know, he'd rather not get killed and eaten by the grizzly bear, so turns around, drops his trousers, bends over. Grizzly has his wicked way with him again. Hunter staggers back to town, bloody and bleeding. Goes back to the sporting goods store, says, I'm going to need something bigger than the 50 BMG. The store owner says, well, I've got this bazooka. He says, sold. Takes the bazooka back into the woods, picks up the bear's trail, sees it in this clearing, minding its own business, lines up the shot with a bazooka, pulls the trigger, boom! Smoke and flames everywhere. When it all dies down, no sign of the grizzly. Oh, some titanium. Nice. I think I'm actually up on the titanium now after handing over that bribe to the Lacoans earlier. But anyway, yeah. All the smoke and dust clears. Fires die down. No sign of the grizzly. Hunter gets this sinking feeling. Sure enough, tap on his shoulder. Turns around, it's the grizzly bear. Grizzly eyes him up and down and just says, "You're not here for the hunting, are you?" In this scenario, I am the grizzly bear, the Brogidar are the hunters. You know what? I can't be bothered. I could take them out, but there's two of them now. And oh, hang on, what's that? Past something in deep space. On my way to the next system. Oh, it's one of these dispatch things. These are like interstellar messenger devices. Oops. Yeah, an autonomous dispatch device. Reliance on the Telonians for information. There's talking about the Telonians again. Dispatch research data contains an analysis of the economic impact of blah, 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 blah words. 25 research points. Right. Are the Brogidar pursuing me? They don't appear to be, but I mean, they're so slow it might be hard to tell. I've certainly not seen them on sensors. There's a flinger in that system I was just in, and I haven't actually... I mean, that's the thing about this game. It is the ultimate squirrel game, because, yeah, sure, I kind of want to see where that flinger in the previous system went to, but also there's buried pirate treasure in the next system over. The speed I'm doing here, nearly 200. That's with like 100% void effect, but that's deep space travel for you. Okay, we've got a yellow star. Sorry, no, an orange star. What am I talking about? Come on, Jingles, it's not that hard. I haven't resolved any planets yet, but I mean there are going to be planets because there's buried Brogidar treasure on one of them. Let me have a quick look. Cargo. Nope, I have investigated and analysed everything that I've picked up. Okay, we've got a water world. And that's... Is it a water? Yeah, it looks like a water world. So far, they only the one planet. That's unusual. I mean, there might be more planets there. I'm just not close enough to pick them up yet. Or they're not big enough. Oh yeah, there are some other planets. There's another 2. Another 3. So 4 planets and the star. And this one, we're going to have some buried pirate treasure. Let's get the survey team away and see what we can find. I'm guessing 11 gold and 1 neutronium. Awesome. Good. What's this? The Brogidar cache had a document on its underside. The chest must have been placed atop it. Is this something I can... Is it a map with a big X on it? It's nothing I can analyse. It's a set of warp gateway coordinates. Adding them to the nav computer. Awesome. So what's that? Where is this? Okay. You know what? Enemies just jumped in. Devout Elite. I'll worry about the warp gateway coordinates in a minute. I need to try to get as many of these planets investigated as possible before I'm stuck in combat with the Elite. Anything on this world? Nothing here. So there's one other desert world for me to check out, and I'm pretty sure I'm faster than these guys, so I should... I mean, I'll be able to investigate the desert world before getting into combat, but there's another 2 planets. Ah, look at that. Wait, that's not an inactive gateway. That looks like a point portal. Oh, and another Fallen Empire pyramid. Is that it? Oh, after we take off, Ensign Perks spots something a few kilometres away. A small encampment with a bipedal skeleton in an environment suit. Talking about the fanatics arrived. Oh, so the fanatics are going to be the devout. So this guy is not devout, although apparently the same race. We found some chirolite. That's good for weapons, and also a burst transmitter. Let's get this investigated. 35 research points. Some kind of long-range targeted burst transmitter, and it's added a new mission to the log. Yes, this is a point portal rather than a regular wormhole gateway, so it's going to take us to one place and one place only. You know what? Let's check it out. Oh shit, that's not good. Well, I don't really want to sit here and mess around with all of the elite devout ships that are closing in, so I'll take the safe option and go through this. Oh my god. Let's get clear of that lot and then find out where we are. Oh, I've been here before. Oh, that's disappointing. I was going to take me to a new area in unexplored space, but the point portal has just dumped me. I mean, I'm under attack, so I didn't really have time to thoroughly check the map. But all of these planets have already been investigated, so I have definitely been here before. Question is, do I want to stick around and fight it out, or get out of here? I mean, there's a lot of... But, upgraded weapons, and they do seem to be relying on missiles, unless I let them get too close, in which case, here come the plasma weapons. I can take these guys, I can just keep kiting them away. So, providing... Well, that's the thing, they have a station in this system. Point portal dumped me right next to the station. What tends to happen... I mean, I can take some time clearing these ships out. And they are dropping titanium, so I think I will. But if I don't take care of them quickly, because there's a station in this system, reinforcements will continue to arrive. So if I'm going to do this, I need to take the station out. There don't appear to be any other... Oh, hang on a minute. I haven't investigated all of the planets in this. Oh, wait, I have. That was the point portal on the sensors. I thought it was an unexplored planet. Never mind. Right, I'm going to take this station out just to clear the system and stop fresh ships from jumping in. I've taken these stations out before very easily. That station that I had to take out at the beginning of today's video was an utter nightmare compared to these things. Oh, fresh ships have just jumped in. Yeah, you see, and I definitely need to stay out of shooting range of that. That flak barrage, I think they call it the Havoc system, is very, very nasty. But it is also very, very short-ranged. It's a great, like, missile defense system. But I'm not relying on missiles, so this isn't a problem. I'm going to chase this ship down. I don't want it coming back and taking advantage of my being distracted by blowing this station up. Keep an eye open for any further ships that jump in, but I don't think this station's going to last very long. Oh, there goes the flak again. Whoa, yeah, that is kind of nasty. But the station's down, we are good. So, there's nothing to investigate in this system, because like I said, the point portal there just dumped me into a system that I'd already been in. And I'm not actually that far from home. Ah, there we go. That's the coordinates. Holy crap, it's right on the other side of the galaxy. So the last Brogidar chest that we found had the coordinates of that system written on the bottom of the chest. So what was so important? That the coordinates to it were hidden on the underside of a buried space pirate treasure chest on the other side of the galaxy. Turn up in the next episode. And providing I don't get distracted, and I'm not making any promises, we might find out. In the meantime, hope you've enjoyed this one, and as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.